Hi everyone, welcome to Crochet Rocks. This is Tracy and I've got a little, and it is little, yarn haul to show you. I was quite pleasantly surprised actually. We were popping into B&M to grab some storage containers. They had some really nice big ones there, and they were 2 for £12, so they're not like really expensive or anything. And it's just perfect to store the stuff that I'm bringing from my house over. And I did use them previously to put yarn in, but these ones are even bigger, so that's not bad. And last time I went in there, they didn't have any yarn at all. They had one ball at all. So as I went past the aisle, I could see some fluffiness and approaching, so I thought, oh, they've got some. And I was really pleased to see they had some stuff that I've never had before. If it were just stuff that I'd seen so many times before, I wouldn't have got it, because I also popped into Poundland and they had absolutely nothing new. In fact, what they had was just, you'd have to want it, you know, you'd have to want the colours. So I was really pleasantly surprised. And it's quite, I bought all the same stuff. They did have some sparkly yarn. They did have some magic Aran. They had some Aran balls, which were probably about 2 to 250 grams, but they were £5. That's not like over the top, but the magic Aran that I've got, I don't need anymore, and it's very similar. They had some blues, which wasn't too bad, but again, I didn't really want to buy that. So I got some baby wool, and what I got was, where to start? This is a lovely, beautiful grey colour. That's the true colour. It is kind of grey, but it's very, very fluffy. The strands. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Now this is called Cuddly Super Soft Knitting Yarn. 100 gram ball is £2.50, which is an absolute bargain. I'm getting really hot while I sit here as well, so I can't reach my fan. So let's see what we can see on the label. They're 100% polyester. Am I blinding you if I put it down like this? It's machine washable, so you can machine or hand wash. What does that say there? Cold rinse, do not tumble dry. 200 meters approximately. Wow, I'm impressed, because normally speaking they don't put the yardage. So I got 3 of this really lovely, very light grey colour, and so yeah, that's I like that. I like that a lot. So let's see, is there any colourway or anything? Let's see, what's this say? It is called shade SNW0017. That's it, basically. That's all you're going to get. No name, nothing snazzy. So I've got 3 grey, and then I decided to get some pink. So bringing it back, this is, I'd say the representation of the colour on there is a little pale. It's probably a little bit brighter than that. I don't know if bringing it closer will show you. There you go. It is a little bit brighter, a little bit more baby. So again, £2.50, and so the yardage would be exactly the same. Machine washable knitting yarn, 100 gram. And this shade is SNW001-A. Why it should be that different, I have no idea. So yes, 100 gram ball, 200 meters, 100% polyester. So I got 1, 2, 3 of those in that lovely pink. It's very, very nice. So it doesn't say on it whether it's considered a DK or a chunky or what. It doesn't say. It just says Little Dreams 100. No, Little Dreamers Boutique. Little Dreamers Boutique. So there's nothing on there that tells you at all. Not helpful, is it? So just right. But I would say a chunky, because they're saying for knitting needles 6.5. So I would say then that classifies it in my eyes as a chunky. This one here's got the little bit sticking out, so we can just, yeah, you see, it's not the actual strand, but with all this fur attached to it, that makes it a chunky yarn. So as you can see, I also got a lovely light blue, but that is a really beautiful blue. I know blue is one of my favourite colours. So again, £2.50, 100 grams, 200 metres, and this is shade SNW 0003. But I got 1, 2, 3 of these. Oh, isn't that a lovely blue? I just love the blues. But I tried to get so that if I make a big project, I can use all of it together. So I had to get white, really, as I've got all the colours. I had to get some white to offset against that. And I mean, this might not be one project, this might be several. So white, again, is exactly the same. Oh, that looks like snow. Doesn't that look like snow? Except it's not annoying like snow. It would be if it got on my nose, I tell you. So this is SNW0004. Just white, and all the other thingy jigs are exactly the same, but I did get an extra ball of the white. I got 4 because, you know, when you're doing especially if you're doing a blanket and you end up edging it in white, the larger it gets, the more wool or yarn or whatever you want to call it you take to go around. But I think that is absolutely lovely. So I'm really pleased with that. It's been a while since B&M had any yarn at all, and that is actually all I got. Let's get the lights off. Don't want to blind anyone. So yeah, that was all I got. I did. They did have some shiny, as I say. They had a few different types, and they had some of that really thick yarn that is even thicker to look at than a super chunky or a super bulky. So it would be a bit of a nightmare to try and crochet with. I think that is definitely a knitting thing when you've got something that's that thick. But it wasn't that ridiculously large thickness where you have to put it with your hands. It wasn't as big as that. But I think to do a crochet stitch would have just bulked that to ridiculous proportions. And I'm not one for big thick things. I mean, I don't mind making something that's chunky or a bulky 5, but and I have used a super chunky, but that's about as far as I've gone. And I don't really usually crochet much with a super chunky. Other people, when they make stuff with a super chunky or a chunky yarn, always looks nicer than when I do it. I think it's because my stitches are quite, they're not tight, but my tension's quite neat and tight. I wouldn't say tight, but you know, sort of like looser than tight, but you know what I mean. It's not loose, so it kind of tends to be a bit on the bulky side. So that was it. I hope you like it. I know it's a short video, but I didn't really buy the shop as well because, as you can see, I've got quite a lot of yarn here to get through and not many places really to put it. And I've got an order coming from a company I've not used before. So I didn't really want to go to town, but I know that I will use that on the babies. So I've got some things in mind already. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. And until next time, bye for now.